Shalom!
Shalom, Happy New Year!
Shana Tova!
Shana Tova! Mwah.
Hey, it's 5781.
And we have dressed for that occasion. We are 80s ready.
Yes.
I think I'm safe to say we're all ready to move on from this year.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Amy,
think so too.
do you think this glare is annoying?
This glare is annoying. These masks
This mask
are
is
very...
annoying.
I feel like I can't. I'm like, look at this. I can't breathe in this thing.
I think we should take it to the streets.
I think we should take it to the streets. Taking it to the streets.
Taking it to the streets.
We're going to take this in the safety of outdoors.
In the safety of outdoors. Let's do it.
So we can take off these ridiculous face masks.
I mean, they have a headband quality.
They do. It's kind of Devo.
Really?
It's a little bit of a Devo situation going on. So which is fitting.
And what's nice is
But-
that there's a breeze.
But we decided that we would just take the show outside today because it's a beautiful day in the
At
neighborhood.
least they can see our faces through this thing now.
Oh, look, we can bring Janet Lynn on camera. Not going to do that, but that's new. That's what we
can
needed.
add my mom?
Can we?
Hi, Mom.
Oh,
I think she's working.
that's what we wanted to do last when we were... Okay, we can take these off now because we're outside. We dined together the other night
We dined.
and we didn't wear masks because we were eating and we're going to be eating and drinking now. So
And we're outside.
Yeah. And she's already had COVID,
Well, you know.
so...
Some days you win, Amy. Some days you win.
Some of us are just lucky.
Seriously.
So...
Seriously.
This is not our... Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a whole kind of thing going on.
Yeah, don't blow over your drink. Should we get these masks out of the way?
Oh my gosh, these masks are honestly like a hazard. Let's put them in. Yeah, put them there. We're figuring it out. Welcome to my backyard. And to
It's so pretty. It's very lush back here.
we like to garden.
Yeah.
There's, and we have a lot of deer, so we garden basically here on the deck.
Oh dear.
Which is here. This is our garden. It's actually Matt's
bring this up
handiwork
over there.
mostly. I just
Very
eat
impressive.
kind of what gets planted. So
How nice for you.
Yeah, it is. It is lovely. My whole
So,
setup is lovely.
should we explain why we look the way we look?
Well, because it's the
'Cause we're
80s.
cute. Because it's the 80s.
80s.
It's back to the 80s. 5781
5781.
on the Jewish calendar, the Hebraic calendar. God, my boobs are huge.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
Sorry,
I mean,
not sorry.
I'm not sure what to say about them.
Um,
They're great, Amy. Wear them out. It's the
Thank you.
80s, girl.
we're gonna get the wrong people watching.
Mark this unsafe for children.
Yes, very good thing they're in school again.
Yes, my children are
Thank
in
God.
school. Oh,
I'll
ma-
drink to
all-
that.
All
I'll drink to
masked
that.
up. Yeah, me
I'll
too.
drink to that.
Oh, cheers to my children being
And
in
one
school.
for COVID. That's a
goodness.
company reference. Broadway.
But that's closed for now, so.
Yes. So
We're out
because
here.
it's 5781 on the Hebrew calendar, we thought we would go back to the 80s today. Well, we're back, first of all, which is exciting.
So
and
thank you for joining us.
we were just saying, had we just thought of doing this outside all summer, we could have been back all summer.
We could have been grilling.
But I was really busy.
Grilling and chilling,
I was,
because
like,
you
crazy
have a few
busy.
things going on during the summer.
Yeah. My job's crazy. Can you guys hear us okay? Because
We don't have microphones.
our microphones have disappeared.
I lost
so
them.
please give us a thumbs up if you can
I
hear
put
us
everything
okay.
into a box, and it's hiding somewhere in my home.
Hey, so since your mom is watching, I'd like to point out that I discovered
Oh,
this 80s treasure in your bathroom called White Rain, which has helped me achieve this somewhat, not that I need it because my hair is so poofy anyway, but I sprayed some of this.
But now it will stay.
I've disinfected your whole house with the White Rain. And thank you, Janet, for
Yeah, I
having this
know.
in the bathroom for me to make my
The
hair
fact
bake
that there's
for
any
Tanisha.
left for you is amazing.
There's a lot, actually. She clearly is very, very conservative
She's
with the
fighting
White Rain.
humidity.
Yes.
So let's get. Well, you
we get
already
started?
have one of your drinks, but should we make the festive cocktail?
Yes.
Should we get that going? I feel like we
Yes.
should always start with the cocktail so we can have it while we're.
And this has a double
Doing
meaning,
things.
this cocktail.
It does.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be a pomegranate martini, which is super simple, along the same lines as like a Cosmo of sorts. But pomegranates have like there's a meaning behind them, right?
Symbolic.
The symbolic.
What it is, I don't know.
Maybe you don't know.
I don't know. It's spring. Well, no, it's not spring. What is it?
Definitely not spring.
Pomegranates are something you eat for Rosh Hashanah.
Here's to life, to life, to life.
Pomegranates.
L'chaim. All right, so let's
Hey,
make.
neighbors.
Our neighbors are
Oh my
also
God,
not Jewish.
seriously,
in
this
there.
is really indecent of me.
Woo! We are
Anyway,
you're living
so
your best life.
I am living my
And
best life.
also your breasts are living their best life.
Always.
Always.
Well, I'm getting old.
Always.
So, hey, Janet and Bob, who are watching, can you tell us if our sound is okay? We like to, mic check.
And Mom,
except
do
no
you
mic.
know the significance to pomegranates?
Yeah.
That we should have
It's
looked
just
up,
one
but
of
did
these
not?
customary things that you might have on Rosh Hashanah. Even though Rosh Hashanah is over, it is essentially the first day of the new Jewish
But we're still,
year.
we're still celebrating a
and
new
who
year.
doesn't like pomegranates all the time?
And oh dear Lord, is anyone else happy that there's a new year? New year, new things? I hope it brings something new. I hope my name was written in
I
the
performed
Book
the
of Life.
Tashlich ceremony yesterday
Tashlich?
because I just felt like I had to do anything I could to make
What can
stuff
you explain
better.
what that is?
So it is a customary act that you do on the first day of Rosh Hashanah. However, if Rosh Hashanah falls, the first day falls on the Sabbath, which it did this year, then you do it the second day. So I did it yesterday, just
Okay.
before sundown. We sound okay. Thanks.
Oh, good.
Thanks,
you.
Jenny. Oh, college friend. Hi, Jenny. So you take a piece of bread and you toss it into a moving body of water.
I thought
and
that was
essentially,
Yom Kippur.
no, you do it on Rosh Hashanah
Oh, okay.
in preparation for that.
Got it.
So it's just a way of like casting off your sins and starting fresh for the new year. And I felt like
Forgiving
I'm
the
not,
people who wronged you, right?
yeah,
Isn't that what
and
that
also
is?
like things that I've done wrong because I haven't been like that well behaved. I have to say, times are tough, and
I've
we
been
get
perfect. I don't know what
we
you're
get
talking
super
about.
judgy, right? I get judgy anyway. So I did my tashlich. I threw out my sins into the moving water, and now I must be better. And everybody has to
I
be
thought
better.
you were pretty great.
I'm okay, but like I could be judgy. So
We all can be judgy. All right, so on that note, you can judge me because I'm getting my cocktail going, and it's only a 1 p.m., but it's
right. And again, for
fine.
those of you who are just joining, we are going retro in our 80s style.
Yes.
Not a normal look for me, obviously.
Why are those ladies
you a
dressed
little bit
crazy?
more so?
Why are they dressed crazy? Okay, so we're starting with vodka because it's Monday and it's 1 p.m.
And
so
we're
why
Jews and we love vodka.
Because it's vodka, it's Jews, Russian heritage. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. Although I think this is Finlandic.
Finlandia.
Finlandia. All right, Amy, I'm making you a little more. So
Oh
it's
yeah, because I
basically
need more.
you do is it like 1.5 ounces of vodka?
This is a pomegranate martini
Yes, and then you throw in pomegranate juice enough to your liking.
because that's good for Rosh Hashanah.
Because exactly, it's to the. What is that? I have to look.
I
Up.
don't know.
And then lime juice, little
Lime
touch of
juice.
lime juice. Some people use fresh limes. If you're having a party or this is just pure lime juice, not from concentrate, 100% lime juice. So if you're going to make like a big batch of stuff, this is actually great to have because then you can make a big batch of stuff. And I like to throw in a little bit of
Oh,
Grand
Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier.
To go boop 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 boop
Oh, that's a lot of Grand Marnier.
because that's how I do.
With a teeny tiny bottle.
We're fancy.
This
I like
is
to
my
be
this is
petite.
my component is
Okay.
the lemonade.
Amy required. She said, "Please, please put." I would have just done it this way for
And I'll
myself.
tell you why.
Amy
Because
likes a little
I
bit
need a
of-
little more. Just a little. Because my mom and I love to go to this. Well, we still go, but it's not the same. At the Regency Hotel in New York, they had the library bar, and it was this amazing bar, and they made the best pomegranate martini I've ever had, and that's what I always used to get. Thank you. Oh, that's a lot. We're gonna sit out here all afternoon and drink this.
This is not a small martini glass.
So we had this wonderful waiter named Henry who is still there, but now it's not called the library bar anymore. They changed it. It's more normal. But Henry's still there, and he's the best server in the world and just the sweetest person.
fresh
yeah,
pomegranate.
fresh pomegranate.
Now hold on, I have to garnish.
Gonna smack those
now, they say pomegranate into a bowl, face down. And
Hold
you
on, let me
smack-
get the camera on this.
They say loosen it up a little bit, like that. And then I guess
Smack
you
that
get the,
pomegranate.
are they coming out?
Yeah, that passion slaps. We're gonna. It's working. We periodically will throw in some 80s tunes. That was Devo, right? Devo? It was Devo.
Give the
Give the
pomegranate
palm a
a
slap.
smack. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Break your palm back.
That's
Oh, that's good. Oh, you're getting slush in my eggs.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
okay. And now I probably should have here. Not use my hands. I will grab
Right.
pomegranates
In this age of COVID, please don't.
and I.
Oh, she put them in my drink, which
Hey.
you missed because it was off camera, but it's okay.
Oh, here, I'll put it in mine.
Yeah, not you really.
Originally,
need to see
I was using a straw because I was trying to
We were
drink
wearing
under
those
the
masks.
glass.
Yes, again, for those of you who just joined, we started with these crazy masks on, but
Goodbye, straw.
we couldn't breathe or see, so
And
we're
so
outside.
cheers! Here we are. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Oh my gosh.
We start with
happy,
a drink, not end.
Happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh yeah. Amen.
Isn't it? May your name be written in the book of life. Isn't that what people say?
Maybe.
Yes, the whole
yes,
point?
that's
You're
correct.
trying to get your
That
name
is
in the
correct.
book of life.
I said that yesterday when I threw my bread into the water.
See, I went to Hebrew school.
Shalom.
Shalom.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
This is really good. It's just like I remember at the Regency. Go
now-
to the Regency and see Henry and tell him that Amy and Sandy sent you, and
Or
Rebecca.
you can just come over and I'll make it
Yeah.
here too. It's fine.
But do go there because it's really good. Even though they changed it, it's still really good. I don't know if they still have the pomegranate martini, but if they do, get it. But
Maybe
this
it's
is really
seasonal.
good.
Ooh, that's delicious.
And you know what?
I do too.
Even though it's palm, which is like kind of it's concentrate, but it's still good for you.
Well, if you smack enough of these things out,
Right.
you could get the juice.
And honestly, the like pure pomegranate juice is like not tasty. So
I mean,
not
it's
great for
all
a
right.
cocktail.
It's fine.
It's also very cloudy.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Although I tried to find it at 3 places, and I struggled to find it. So main grocery stores, they're not going to have it in like a small store unless they.
Sometimes they have it in like CVS.
No.
Yes, in the beverage section.
Yes.
Yes.
On CVS. I was like running.
I
all
was
over
at
town.
CVS getting these ridiculous face masks. I
Ugh,
could have
those
gotten
things are. I don't think they
it's
help
a
anybody.
breeze.
Yeah, look at us. Oh, it's kind of like that 80s when like the 80s
like
videos.
Tawny Katane on the car. Like what was that band?
We need a Camaro.
Foreigner or something. Or like,
Yes.
Here I go again on my own.
Going down the only road I've ever known. I wish I had electric guitar. There's so many things I wish I had for this particular episode.
Yeah.
Skills I possessed.
We
So
did
Amy,
try to we brought out like I got the bangles, I got
got
the
hoop
earrings, the
I
big
have mesh.
hair, the boobs.
I put my hair
Yeah,
high.
I tried to make my hair big.
You did.
But
Success.
it's well,
Success.
it's not, again not hard.
Curly hair will
But,
naturally do that.
Yeah,
Also, a super 80s trend, perms.
perms.
You did not need a perm.
No, I went the opposite way, and
People-
I had. Hi, Irene.
People
I-
would ask me, "Do you have a perm?" I'm like, "Would I do this?"
I
To my
went the
own
opposite
self?
way, and I tried to have my hair permanently straightened. It did not take. No, but my
So was it like a few strands?
But
were
one of my
straight?
classmates in high school who had very curly, more wiry, kind of kinky hair. Hopefully she's not watching. She got the straightening, and I think 'cause her hair was thicker, and
you have, like,
hers
fine hair?
very thin,
Fine.
very
Fine.
fine,
Not thin, fine.
fine hair. Anyway, hers stuck, and she has had straight hair ever since.
No.
Ever since she had this crazy kinky curly hair, and ever
her.
since.
Just kidding.
Hi,
If you're
sunshine. Well, since it's in our minds the 80s again, because
80s.
it's 5781.
The Jews will be rocking the 80s.
Yeah, we did it. We wanted to throw in like a kind of classic 80s hors d'oeuvre.
Well, we were talking, things about 80s food are like really specific. Like most people have really great memories of some kind of food in the 80s. Now, I remember eating a lot of top ramen. Did you eat top ramen?
Well, because you were a latchkey kid, we
Well,
talked
you know,
about.
you're not gonna
I
know.
was not a latchkey kid. I didn't eat a lot of top ramen. I mean, I had it. I think more like in college, I guess maybe when I would
Who
put
doesn't
like.
love top ramen?
I love it. I'm
See,
saying-
my mom made it fancy, so my mom would make it for me, and then she would stir in an egg.
Oh.
She would crack an egg, and then she'd stir it in, and then it would be eggs and noodles.
What I would do is I would just, this is in college, and this was already like the early 90s, I would make it, but then I would just put butter and Parmesan on it.
But it comes with
Tina
salt.
Gross is watching. Tina knows the person I was talking about.
Uh-oh.
Who had...
Kinky hair that went
Tina,
straight.
you remember how Jill had the really kinky curly hair, and then she had her hair straightened, and like it worked so well, and hers stayed straight for like adulthood. It's still straight.
That's crazy.
I tried to straighten my hair and it didn't hold.
I try to straighten it every day. I work to straighten my hair. My hair
Really?
is curly like your hair is curly.
Really? Why would you do that then? I like it when it's wavy.
I don't know.
But
I don't
but
know.
yes, Jill had this kinky curly
Yep,
hair.
she remembers.
Yep, and then it was straight forever, and I couldn't do it. But you know, my hair's different from hers. It's fine.
It's fine. We're
It's all
A
good.
little different.
It's all good.
So we're talking 80s food.
Yes. So tell us.
5781.
Tell us in 50. Yeah, it's the year
Is that what-
5781.
I straighten my hair now.
You
too.
do, Tina?
Yes, most people
Wow,
do. Exactly.
why?
And then when you want a curly, you add the curls in with the curling iron because they're nicer than your actual curls.
Hey,
The whole
that's
thing
so
is
much work.
Yes. The other day I straightened my hair and then put curls back in it.
Yeah, we all want what we don't have.
Yeah,
It's true.
The story of my whole entire.
I want
existence.
Rebecca's body. Not like.
Way to make it creepy, Amy. Way to make it creepy. And that's why
Anyway,
we drink at the beginning of the show
tell
because we
us,
say
yes.
things like that.
Yeah. Kids are in school.
My mom is in school. God only knows what.
I don't have kids, but it's fine. Hers are in school.
Mine are in school. They're not here.
So, yes, so tell us what your favorite 80s food was.
I'm trying to remember. Cup of noodles. I definitely remember cup of noodles, but that was through school. Like school. Corn nuts. Did you eat corn nuts?
Yes,
Did
I
anyone
still
eat
eat
corn
corn
nuts at
nuts.
Hebrew school? I used to go to
Still eat
Hebrew
corn nuts.
school. Do you really?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I go to Hebrew school and they had like a shop where you could buy treats. And I ate corn
We
nuts
didn't
there.
have a shop for treats.
What?
Not at the Hebrew school.
Yeah, at Hebrew school, we'd have a break and then you go inside and everyone would buy corn nuts.
No, we would go to like the deli around the corner, I think.
No, ours wasn't that long of a break.
Really?
We were little. Like, where were
Your
we?
nose is dripping.
Oh, hold on.
I need her to wipe her nose. So anyway, although I was not a deviled egg person, oh yes, English muffin pizza, that's a good one. Yes, so good. And also the French bread pizza is so good. But a very classic 80s hors d'oeuvre is obviously the deviled egg, which I have not filled yet. But here's my eggs.
Now, are Hot Pockets the 80s?
Yes, Hot Pockets as well.
Hot Pockets. I remember Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets. And what else? Dunkaroos? Was Dunkaroos the 80s? Or that's
No,
90s?
I think that's 90s.
Is that 90s?
Rebecca revealed to me today, and this should have made sense because I know that she's younger than me, but she was only like 10 in the heart of the 80s. And like in the
No.
80s period.
That, no. I was not even that old.
You weren't even that old? Mm-mm. Rub it in.
Sorry. All right, so this is Amy.
Pigs in the blankets.
In the 80s.
Oh, Tina, remember? No, actually,
Here.
Tina did know me then because that's when I moved to LA.
That is Amy.
That's me in the 80s.
Pigs in a blanket, yes.
Yeah. That is me in my
McDLT.
full 80s
Is that
regalia.
McDLT? McDLT? Which was that?
McDL. Oh, I don't know.
DLT. So this was me in the 80s. Now my sister's in the back and my brother, I hope they're okay with me showing this photo.
You're the little girl in the front.
Yeah. And I had a cabbage patch.
And she has a cabbage patch. I was telling Rebecca that we actually had a
my God,
real
so cute.
Cabbage Patch Kid made by the hand of Xavier Roberts, signed
Who
on
has
the butt.
that?
My mom.
Of course.
Still.
Your parents, honestly.
We went to we lived in San Francisco at the time, and we went into the city, and we went to this little like kids store, and they had these adorable dolls, handmade, and it was like $100, and they bought this one, not knowing that this was going to become a sensation. And his name is Faulkner Bruce. And I remember when I was a little kid, we went on a trip with my
You're not old.
Girl Scout troop to the Caldecott Tunnel in Northern California, outside San Francisco. And I took Faulkner Bruce with us, and he had a little hat on. And my mom had this like old, like, I don't know, Chevy with like a sunroof, big car. And I remember I was like, Faulkner Bruce, and I stuck him out the sunroof like this, and his hat flew off. So, yeah.
That's hilarious.
I lost his hat, but he's intact, and he's still at my parents' house. Do not rob them because they possess
Do not rob them.
an original Cabbage Patch Kid.
Okay, so now,
Yeah.
story.
So much chatting today.
Story, yeah, you don't even know about this food. We'll get there.
Well, anyway, while we're talking, I'm gonna. So hey.
Go ahead,
Well,
go.
Oh yeah. So
Go.
I've made a mixture of egg yolks. It's pretty simple, obviously. Ooh.
McDonald's sandwich
Dang,
with lettuce
girl.
and tomatoes
Here, put
on the
this here.
side to stay crispy. Only in the 80s.
Egg
of
yolks,
course.
mayonnaise, which apparently Rebecca doesn't like.
I do
I
not
used
like
some horseradish mustard in this, a little bit of white vinegar, and
Yum.
that's pretty much it. And then I kind of whipped it up with my immersion blender, and then I'm going to insert the egg into
With
the yolk
with a
with a piping bag.
piping bag with
With a star tip, because that is the most retro you can get. Now I would not use a star tip because I don't think it's very sophisticated. I would go with just like circular.
I own this bag with this star tip.
She does.
For my kids' cakes. I don't know. I think it's cute. So anyway, hold on.
Yeah,
So
she
while
did have
Amy's
this.
doing that, I'm gonna tell you a story. So this here,
Tell a story. I'm gonna.
you
I'm
see these
filling
Cabbage
the bag.
Patch Kids? This is me, and that's my sister and my brother, who's very little. And so that's us as children.
Oh my
I
God.
need that.
I love this photo. I just want to
This is
stare at it all
messy.
day.
Can I have a paper towel?
In the middle of the
Sorry.
story, Amy.
Sorry. Oh shoot. Well, listen. It's really hard. This is a very small piping bag, Rebecca.
No, I know. I was like, should I cut this so you can like easily hear? I'll put
So
this
it's a bit. Thank you. It's a bit hard to get this stuff in here, but it's fine. I'm doing it. Okay, back to your story.
So my sister, cleavage is totally kosher. Correct. Thank you, Matt O'Connor. Cleavage is
Perv.
kosher, and that's why we do it.
You're gonna lose your rights as Matthew O'Connor again and have to go back to Jake Paulson.
Which was the... Never mind.
I was
anyway,
very confused.
The whole thing was a little confusing to me.
Yeah.
So those Cabbage Patch Kids that you saw, my sister and I decided to have a Cabbage Patch birthday party for our Cabbage Patch Kids. And my sister made this very sweet Cabbage Patch cake. To look like a cabbage, I guess. And it was green.
What is burp?
So it was green. This show is going wrong.
Yeah.
It was green. And we were laughing so much and we drank so much soda at this Cabbage Patch Kid day party that I actually threw up on the green cake.
Oh.
And my family knows the story and we tell it lovingly. And we went
You
on.
tell it lovingly.
No, everyone loves that
Does it?
story because I look
is
like
sweet.
such an idiot. And who doesn't love to look like an idiot? But who also throws up on the cake that their poor sister spent like 6 hours making? And she was so proud of this cake, and I threw up on it.
But you don't have a picture of it, do you?
No, I wish
That
I
is
did. My
such a
mom
shame.
probably does. We have a picture of the party.
Do you?
Yes, of course. And I actually have several Facebook
Ooh, it
friends
works.
who were at the party who would probably remember it. That's a real
Hey,
story.
there's my cousin Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Living in Tennessee.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. I'm crying actually remembering that story.
So, hey, I filled the piping bag.
Heyo.
And with our, will you tilt this down towards, not my
I'm
boob.
eating,
Not my badoobies.
Amy.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
eating.
Let's focus on the eggs. Oh,
Right.
gee, here, I'll do this. I'm covering up my boobs. Okay, I'll cover up my,
Okay,
cover
now
up my
it's
badoobies.
literally now my boobs
Okay.
and your eggs.
Look at that.
Okay.
Wee.
Sorry. I'm trying really hard to not get anyone's.
By the way, I have never actually made
Ooh, that
deviled
looks
eggs before.
nice.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's not rocket science. My husband was like, he saw that I had pulled up a recipe for deviled eggs, and he's like, you needed a recipe? I was like, I just
I would
wanted
need
to
a
know,
recipe.
like, you know, how much to use of any given thing. And
So now, Amy, what goes into what you're piping?
it's just the egg yolks.
So they're raw, and you whip them.
No. You boil
Oh,
the
because
eggs.
you boil the eggs. Yes.
You boil
okay.
the hard boiled. Sorry to get snarky.
The only hard boiled what are these called? The
deviled eggs?
deviled eggs I've ever eaten were my grandmother's.
That's pretty much everybody.
Well, you know.
I got to rescoop.
All right, we'll rescoop.
Yeah, so here, look at pretty.
Those are pretty.
Um,
Now I have to say, when I went to the grocery store today, they were out of paprika. Who is out of paprika? Who sells out of paprika?
I don't know. You know who doesn't? The Hungarians.
Well,
Hi, Dad.
I got smoked paprika.
Faulkner
is-
Bruce says, "Yum, you both look adorable, Mom."
Thank you.
We're going. You know what? But
This was a last minute decision.
truth be told, about me in the '80s, I did not tease my hair. One, I didn't need to.
But you have curly hair.
I
Although
know.
I used to brush my curly hair out.
Yeah, I did too, and it was like. Whoosh.
I don't know why we did that.
I also could never find the right product, and in the '80s, the only product was mousse, which is like the worst
And it makes
thing.
it super stiff, and then you put it in your hair.
It's like
and
the
crunchy.
worst thing for curly hair. If you have
It's
curly hair, do
awful.
not use mousse.
You can, but you have to crunch the mousse out.
Yeah, but then it's like crunchy and.
Well, yeah.
My hair did not get under. My hair didn't. I didn't. Oh yeah. Thanks, Matthew. I didn't have control of my hair until serum came out, until a kind of oily
So
serum.
last year,
So last
last
year.
year you really got it together,
Yeah.
Amy. You've been looking good ever since
Yeah,
last year.
Pretty much. I know about that.
I know about that.
So I'm just finishing. You're adorable.
80s clothes will do that. I always feel like people look super cute when they dress in 80s wears.
Maybe now, but I don't think that I was particularly cute back then.
I don't think. What was the deal with the shoulder pads? Does anyone know?
I always took them out.
Sorry, I'm trying not to get your boobs. All right,
Oh
here we go.
God.
This is not for children.
Yeah.
I mean, although children know what boobs are, some of them are fed out of that.
They've nursed. Hey, that's another thing. I learned, well, first of all, and this is kind of personal,
Uh-oh.
my mom did not nurse because she said that back then it wasn't in fashion.
It's true. That's
Which is
Formula was big.
Yes, what's wrong with these
I mean,
doctors
not
that they
to
didn't
my mother.
understand that,
Sorry, I felt like I was slouching.
you think the doctors would know, obviously mother's milk has got to be, the best thing for a baby, but they're like, no,
Oh, come
let's
on.
give them some,
The 80s were full of
well, this is 72.
but processed foods. Does
Yeah.
anyone remember Captain Crunch?
It still exists.
I love. Oh, what is it? The cookie, the one with the cookies.
Cookie Crisp?
Is that what it was with the
Yes.
robber?
I didn't like that one. Cookie Crisp, yeah.
Oh my God, Cookie Crisp. It's cookies floating in milk. Yes. Say yes to that.
You should
Say
have
yes
married
to
my
your
husband.
life. Oh my God, Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
what's
good.
your favorite 80s cereal?
Okay, so there's two.
Mr. T?
What is that?
Mr. T had a cereal.
Oh.
Did you see Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Yes.
I pity the fool who don't eat my cereal.
Oh, World Wide Wrestling.
That was like this. It was like Hercules.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
My brother was
My uncle worked with
super.
Hulk Hogan.
No.
Yeah.
Amy name drops, and she has a lot of names to drop. She's always like, anyway, so my friend, my uncle, Cocoa Pebbles. Yes. So now here's the deal. Cocoa Pebbles or Cocoa Krispies? Which one do you like? I like Cocoa
Krispies.
Krispies. I'm a Krispies kind of gal.
Cocoa Krispies.
Yes, Cocoa
Pebbles.
Krispies.
I like Cocoa Pebbles.
No.
Yeah. I like them both. I like them both.
I felt like the Cocoa Pebbles always got mushy faster. Anyone else?
Oh, wait, hold on. I like Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs.
With the one with that annoying bird?
Yes.
It's like the cheetah with the, like the, what is it? The Cheetos.
Cheetos.
I feel
Chester
like-
the cheetah?
Yeah, I feel like he's annoying. And
He is annoying.
So is that bird from the Cocoa Puffs. Oh, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah. I don't even remember. Did he have a name? The
Cocoa?
bird? Cocoa the Puff?
Cocoa Puff. Cocoa.
I'm afraid if I pour this paprika on directly onto my eggs, it'll be too much because there's a lot of holes
it.
in there. I think I'm going to put it in my hand and I'm going to sprinkle. We want to hold.
Are you really a Cocoa Pebbles? Cocoa Krispies, correct. Yes.
I don't remember Cocoa
Pebbles,
Krispies.
I don't get. Now,
Well, Cocoa
I like
Krispies, like-
Captain Crunch, but there was the peanut butter one. Do you remember peanut butter one? The peanut butter Captain
Yes.
Crunch?
Yeah.
Now, I like the one with the berries, and I would eat all
Those
of
are
the
good, too.
Captain Crunch part, and then I would eat the berries last.
First of all, they still make it. Second of all, there's actually Smart Pop with Captain Crunch berries in it now.
What the hell
This is
that?
new.
What's Smart Pop?
It's popcorn. Smart Pop.
With Captain Crunch berries in it?
Yes.
That's gross.
It's not. Can you hold up my eggs and I'll sprinkle this paprika on camera?
Oh, that is smart, Amy. You're right. It could have gone out of hand.
It could have gotten out of hand. You don't want too much paprika, unless you're from Hungary.
I think they only like Hungarian. Oh.
I am Hungarian,
I'm also Hungarian.
as many Eastern European Jews are.
It's like Hungarian, Russian. There's German in there.
Polish.
They're not sure.
Lithuanian.
The borders were changing.
Yeah. That's why.
Crunch berries. Thank you. Yes, correct.
That's why my 23andMe.
That's why they just write Eastern European.
Broadly Eastern European, or well, they say Ash. No, mine said like, oh shit. I mean, oh, fuck.
Whoa, that
That
a few of
happened.
those are hefty-handed, and you know
Okay.
what? I'll eat them. It's fine.
Them's deviled eggs.
Although I feel
As my
like
niece would say, them's deviled eggs.
them's deviled eggs. Although I feel like deviled eggs is like
You think it's kind of Gentile?
yeah.
Well, listen, we're for all the people.
We are for all the people,
Are you gonna try one or no?
of course.
Okay, should we do it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I made a cake. I made a honey apple cake. I made a cake. And I'm very nervous because I made it in a bundt pan. And I'm really nervous it's not going to come out.
Why wouldn't it come out in a bundt pan versus just a regular pan?
It's a little stressful when you make like cakes to
When you use
turn them out.
a new
That you've never done.
a new housing situation
All right,
for
I'm
your
going to
cake.
take one with
right.
lots of...
Oh, you like lots of paprika. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go midway.
I went all the way.
I would say we could tap our eggs, but not
We
not in
cheers?
not in COVID time.
Cheers.
This is deviled eggs 101.
Okay. Now, I don't like mayonnaise.
I do.
However, these are very good.
You don't have to lie.
No, they're delicious.
Like I said, I used horseradish mustard instead
I
of just
love
regular mushradish.
the horseradish
Mushradish.
Mush-radish. Uh-oh.
All right. I'm gonna wash my hands while you
This drink is... oops.
talk about something.
Crap, Amy.
Sorry.
I'll drink awkwardly in silence.
Okay.
Okay, crunch berries.
I'm gonna bring your cake out.
Ooh, yeah, bring the cake out.
Okay.
So we were going to do this inside, and then we realized the glare from the protective coating was keeping us from not being distracting. So we moved it outside. So in the 80s, talk to me about 80s. 80s music. I feel like we need a Camaro. I'm gonna make it.
I did not.
The gas
like chimeras.
factor is going to be spectacular later on.
Because of the eggs.
I know, Connor.
He's
You've
so
lost your
gross.
mind. You're going to go back to being Jack Paulson or whatever your
Yeah.
name was on Facebook.
Look at that.
So, okay, let's talk about this cake. So it's basically
Let's talk about cake, baby.
Let's talk about you and
that might be
me.
90s.
eating cake, eating cake.
In the cake.
Let's talk about cake. Let's talk about cake. All right.
Yeah.
That's salt and pepper.
From pepper.
Salt and pepper. People are like, what is happening on this show?
It's because we're getting fresh air. It's going to our
breathing,
teeny.
I'm
It's going to our
breathing.
teeny little brains.
Oh yes, Paulding, of course. So this cake, 4 fresh apples, and then it's, you know, the usual ingredients: sugar, brown sugar. There's, I mean, the recipe. Amy put the recipe up online. Baking powder,
I did.
baking soda. Now the deal with the honey. So I used honey this morning, and if anyone who's ever owned honey and have kept it in the cabinet for an extreme length of time, it gets crystallized. And what
If you've ever owned honey.
if you've ever owned honey, then you're gonna know. So anyway,
If you haven't.
if you haven't, then where have
Weird.
you been? They're literally living in the 70s. Because you couldn't feed honey to children. Do you remember that? You couldn't feed honey to babies. Maybe you could feed honey to babies.
I
then.
was a baby in the
I don't
70s.
think you can feed honey to babies now.
Probably not. You also
Anyway,
can't feed them walnuts.
Side note, you can't feed them walnuts.
If my friend Anthony's watching.
You can't feed them walnuts.
You can't feed babies any nuts. You've had babies, not until you know whether they're allergic or not.
We fed it to them in a year. That was a mistake.
Oh, okay.
So
Continue.
anyway, side note, we put a lot of stuff into this cake. The recipe is online, and there's a little video of
Yeah.
me mixing it all together.
Because, you know, in case you don't know how to mix, we thought we would
mix
share a
it.
little tutorial video, BuzzFeed Tasty style.
Of me separating the ingredients into bowls and
Yeah.
then mixing it all together into one.
Yeah.
But it created this cake, which actually came out very beautiful. It's
Really,
it's still
smells
it's a little,
really good.
It does smell good. So
Smells
anyway,
so good.
the honey. So the honey is crystallized. So what I did is I just put it in a bunch of hot water and I let it sit in there for a few until it would then easily pour out of the bottle. If it's crystallized, just heat it up. It'll be fine. Oh, I'm nervous.
Are you?
Sure.
This is like when I did the timpano, remember? When we were separated?
Yes, and you were trying to turn it over.
It was so heavy for one, and
Okay.
it was crazy.
Plate.
Do you need help? You okay?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Plate and this. Bud pan.
Okay.
I finally made a bud cake. Here we go.
Oh my god.
I hope it comes out.
A bunt.
A bunt, which is my big fat Greek wedding.
Yeah. Which is not the 80s. Oh my,
Ooh,
shaking
it sounds
the
like it
bun.
came out.
Oh.
Oh my God, Amy!
Ingwanyama henge ba 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 ba. You know, the pink pajamas,
did.
penguins
Yeah,
on my
the pajamas.
bottom. That's what they said in The Lion King. I'm not going to drop
That is-
another name. Look at that. Oh, it smells
So
really
it
good.
is apple honey cake. It has a lot of honey. Oh, and you know what I did to make this actually easier? I put the oil, I measured the oil in the cup measurer, and then I put the honey in. She's going to drop that on the ground. And then I put the honey into
Would have been my first time.
the cup, so that way you can actually pour the honey and it comes all the way out as opposed to getting like stuck in the bottom. Let the oil do the work for the honey. So now we're gonna make a little bit of like a glaze.
A glaze.
Are you want to glaze it?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Because you like to
I
glaze.
do. Well, we can do it together.
So now
Oh,
the glaze is powdered sugar, about a cup of powdered sugar, and then where's my? Oh, it's
Uh-oh.
in there. That's all right.
what?
We'll just now the thing with glaze, like the frosting that goes on top, is you want to add the water really slowly to powdered sugar because this can go awry really fast, and then you start fighting the battle of adding more powdered sugar to counteract the water that you added too much of.
Speaking of awry, that's the bread I threw in the Peconic Bay yesterday for tashlich.
You threw in rye bread.
Rye bread. That's what I had. Because I'm a Jew.
Oh, there we go. I
That's
actually
pretty
did it right.
thick. Yeah. Okay. Right now it's pretty thick. Where's my boobies again?
wanna come
So
out.
you just like add water as necessary if you want to make it thicker or looser, right?
I
Show
actually
it
think
closer.
this is pretty good.
Oh, look! Oh, you did the whisk thing. That is very good.
So I think we're actually going to go.
Because
with
I
this.
was saying when we were talking about this,
Oh, you know what I need is the. Go ahead.
I
Tell them.
prefer a thicker drizzle as opposed to like a really watery drizzle. A thicker drizz. You like a watery drizz? What's the name of that bakery that's literally?
Hey, side note. What's the name of that bakery?
That's weird. Let's get that bakery that's just bunt cakes. I can't remember the name of it.
Can someone look that up for
it's
her,
like
please?
just bunts. Bunts are us. Oh, first she's here.
Okay, so there we go.
She's doing some powdered sugar on it as well.
Ooh, it's a little
Because-
windy.
Oh yeah, it is.
I have to get the angle right.
It's
There we
snowing.
go. It's snowing.
Looks like cocaine.
That's the 80s.
Not that yeah, very 80s. Very.
This is a very whoa.
This is so
80s
thematic. Here, I'm gonna snort it off my hand.
cake. Okay, so now Amy, I'm putting that in there, and then we're just gonna.
I did not do cocaine in the 80s because I was young. Does that sound like I did do it later? I'm not gonna talk about that. No. All right, I'm doing the drizz.
You're doing the drizz. Do you want a little more water in that?
Let's try this. Can you put the camera on it and we'll show the drizzle action?
No.
Oh, I just
No.
touched your boobie with this. Okay. Here goes the drizzle.
For shizzle, this
Oh,
drizzle.
so pretty. Oopsie, I got some on your table, sorry.
Good thing it's outside. I just wash it off.
Oh, shit.
So many people will put this on a rack
Yeah, that makes sense. considering
and
the
like
mess
with
I'm
some
making.
parchment underneath it,
Yeah.
and
just-
then they will do this part over.
The reality is every time I come to Rebecca's house, I either set the alarm off with
Fire
my
alarm.
fire alarm. Now I'm, making her outdoor table all sticky.
I mean,
I'll clean it.
I have children, and believe me. It's,
What are they going to come and just lick it off?
Well, they might.
They might. I've met them. It's possible.
Owen really likes tasty treats.
Does he?
Oh my gosh, that looks beautiful, Amy.
It does look beautiful, Rebecca. We did it. Well,
Holy
you did this.
cow.
I just made some eggs. It's gorgeous.
To double them.
How come I got to do the fun part? I feel bad now. Did you want to do this?
No, I feel
Wanna
I'm
pretend?
happy to share.
Thanks. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
Like this
I mean,
cake.
don't get used to it. I'm
eating
not
off
like
the
that every day.
table.
So-
That's good.
That's good.
There's a cake.
So that's Happy New Year.
Yeah.
That's a Happy New Year cake. That's how we do it around here. So this is how we do it.
We always sing that song.
Well, I think I say this is how we do it a lot.
Oh,
Maybe.
Matt said delish. He doesn't know my.
Oh, Amy hates that word.
Can't even say it without getting.
I said it one day on the air and I was reprimanded. And she told me, please never say that again. Honestly, no, really. Don't ever
Share
say
what
that.
your least favorite word is when it comes to food. Actually, it doesn't matter anything. What word makes you cringe? For me, it's DELISH
You know what song
or
I hate?
MOIST.
I hate the song
M-O-I-S-T.
Benny and the Jets. Does anyone else hate that song?
Well, now you're really.
Benny and the Jet. That song's awful.
Benny.
That song should not be regularly played.
Do we break your?
Benny! Benny! Oh my god. I used to work in a piano bar and they played that song a lot.
Really?
Yeah, they really liked it. And whenever they'd play it, I would hide in the walk-in freezer until it was over.
I used to work at Ellen Stardust Diner
Of course you did.
at Times Square. It was absolute hell, except for the fact that I did meet some really good friends there. My friend Kate and Brian and
Oh, Kate and Brian. You guys are
some other people.
You guys are gems.
Yeah, but it was absolute hell. I was working for Forbidden Broadway, which was downstairs at the restaurant, and I had to hear quite a lot of terrible, terrible music. Some was good.
I worked in Times Square,
Did you?
but I worked at Chili's in Times Square.
Chili's.
Thank you. I also hate that song. It's an awful song.
Benny.
Benny!
It's not my favorite.
It's no one's favorite. No, everyone
right.
should hate that song.
You know what song I also really hate? And I think maybe it is the 80s. Is
That
We
song?
Didn't Start the Fire.
Really?
I don't like it.
You're not a
Don't
fan
like
of
it.
Billy Joel?
No, I am a fan of Billy Joel.
Just not that
although
song.
Pete is not. He does not like Billy Joel.
Don't tell Billy.
I know. It's out here. Yeah. So, gosh, what time is it?
I have no idea.
Have we gone over? Probably.
Oh, it's 1:40.
Oh, we're not. That's not so bad. 40
We
minutes.
did
That's
it.
what we're shooting
And we
for.
were
No more
chatty.
than 40. We were very chatty. So.
I think we should cut a little bit of this cake and have some.
Yeah, we're gonna have some.
Yeah, we are.
Do you want to cut it now? And they can show them the inside.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Tell your story. I'm gonna wash this. And I'll be
What story?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So one of my favorite movies from the 80s is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which Rebecca apparently hasn't seen, which is just crazy. But like, I don't know if anybody remembers like this. Like, remember when Spicoli hits his head with the vans? I just happened to have my Vans on me, so I thought I would pull a little Spicoli moment. This is when he's so high, he's trying to see if he could hear his brain. Anyway, I love Fast Times at Ridgemont High. What's your favorite 80s movie?
My favorite 80s movie?
Yeah. I know you were only 10 at the end of the 80s.
I want to say, like, Pretty in Pink. Like, those movies were good.
Yeah.
I have often hated The Breakfast Club. I'm going to admit that.
I also didn't really like Pretty in Pink. I didn't like the ones that were like full of drama or like conflict. That's why I like 16 Candles, one of my favorites, obviously.
16 Candles was good.
So good. Hey, there's a deer.
Whoa,
Oh,
there's
deer.
a deer in the yard. There's a whole family of them.
Hi.
Well, our deer fence is working.
Oh yeah, it is because they're not in the yard. They're on the other side of the yard.
No,
aren't they?
they're in our yard.
They're in the yard.
but
Never
they're
mind.
on the part of the yard that doesn't. Don't ask. It doesn't have the fence yet, so now they're
Oh dear.
locked in.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So should we have this
Yeah.
cake?
I know. We're just screwing around.
Now we're just being weird.
Yeah.
Ooh, that cuts so well.
Does it cut well?
It cuts well.
That's a very generous piece.
I'm a very generous person.
I know. It's gonna go right to my thighs.
Was Jenny Craig 80s?
Yes. And obviously I did. Well, Weight Watchers was like, I have a stupid joke.
So this is the inside of the cake. Look how pretty.
My mom and I did Weight Watchers. So beautiful. It smells really good.
That's smell good.
My mom and I did Weight Watchers, among many other things, over the years.
Everyone's
But I
done
remember
Weight
doing Weight Watchers, and we had a very funny instructor or guide or whatever you call them.
Guide?
And I remember, like, the only thing I
Counselor?
remember, not like the diet, but I do remember that the instructor told a joke, and it was about a family of tomatoes. And the tomatoes were walking down the street, and the little baby tomato was like hanging behind, like moving really slow. And the dad tomato like turns around and steps on the baby tomato and says, "Ketchup!" Ketchup.
Oh, Amy, you're my favorite.
I'm here all week. Can I be here all week? Because it's really clean here. Your house is so clean.
My house is very clean. Because my children are.
All right, well, we're going to taste
Oh
this.
my gosh, let's
we're going to
taste this.
take the cake and taste the cake.
So there's a lot of honey in this.
It looks very moist.
Don't say that.
moist. Oh.
Is that good? Because I mean,
No, it is good.
But I mean, does it remind you of your friend's cake?
No. My friend's cake was chocolate.
Oh. That's not what we made here.
It's really good. It's very moist. Is there another word for that?
I don't know.
Your nose is running.
Oh my god. It's because we're outside and it's
Is it?
cold and I'm running around and it's hot and then it's cold.
This is really good. Sorry you're not tasting this. Kelly, your Uncle Frankie told that joke? Oh my god, it's so funny. I've literally never heard it except that one time in that Weight Watchers class. I bet my mom doesn't even remember. It's a good one. This almost reminds me a little bit of, oddly, even though it doesn't have zucchini in it. Remember zucchini
bread.
cake? The zucchini cake was like a really big, my mom used to make chocolate zucchini cake. Really, really good. Have it right here. You've been doing the drugs again, other side. She's been snorting powdered sugar in the bathroom.
Over here?
So, we did it.
This cake is delicious.
We're back.
This cake is delicious.
It's
Please
really
make this.
good.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's really good.
So yeah, we gave you the recipe. We also shared the little BuzzFeed tasty video of Rebecca mixing, which is
And
really
we showed
important.
you us eating it.
Yeah. Check, check, check. We made eggs.
So lunch is served. And
We have our
cocktails.
cocktails.
Ina Garner has nothing on us.
I
She made
know.
Cosmos. We made pomegranate martinis.
So good. It's much more fall. This is definitely a good.
It's fall. It's
Yeah.
Jewish.
It is. Happy New Year,
Jeffrey.
5781.
Here's to the 80s.
Here's to the 80s.
Oh God, I hope this year is better than last year.
Everybody, even though it's after Rosh Hashanah, right, just go throw some bread in the water.
Seriously, grab some old bread and just throw it in the
Yeah.
water. Help us. Help
Yeah,
us.
anything will help.
Do your part. Throw your bread.
So if you like Mondays at 1, I think that'll be our new time, once a month.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Well,
If
cheers.
it stays warm, we'll do it outside because we can't wear those ridiculous masks.
No.
All right. Well,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Glad we're back and together
Yay. Shalom.
Shalom.
L'chaim.
to life.